Recording. All right.
Hello and welcome to Panels.
All right. Tonight we have a special episode. We're going to be uh, giving our thoughts and opinions on one of our favorite writers at this current time. Tonight we're going to be talking about James Tynion IV. Um, James Tynion is writing one of the hottest titles out right now, um, Batman. It's been uh, hitting the top of the sales charts every time it comes out in the recent issues. But he's written actually quite a bit of some of the more popular recent comics. Some of those are also Year of the Villain, Hell Arisen, Justice League Dark, which he's off of that now, but he wrote the first 19 in that Justice League Dark series going right now. He did about a year or so on Detective Comics. He wrote 934 through 981. Um, he handled some of the Justice League issues that were kind of going back and forth between him and Scott Snyder, which he also co-wrote the Justice League No Justice limited series with Scott Snyder. Um, he wrote the part of the New 52 line. He wrote all of Batman Eternal. Um, Also part of the New 52, he wrote the Talon series. Uh, some of the not the death metal, but the although I think he has written some of the tie-in content with death metal, but he did write some of the tie-in content with metal also a couple years back. Um, he's mainly written for DC, but he has done some indie stuff. Um, he wrote The Woods for Boom Studios, as well as We Only Find Them. No, I'm sorry, that's not another title for Boom Studios. It is Something is Killing the Children, which is going on right now. Um, Among others, there's a lot of other stuff that he's either written or co-written. But like I said, primarily for DC. Um, Out of those, what have you read? What are your favorites of
My first introduction to Tynion was through Detective Comics, actually. I was very curious about it, but the whole DC rebirth
that?
deal. And
Mm-hmm.
I saw it was a team book, which is one of my weaknesses. I love team books. And he's actually one of the writers, one of the new writers, current writers that actually write team books very well. He makes sure everybody on the team has a function, a job, and he moves characters in and out. So that's primarily why I'm a fan. That and he has kind of an old school flavor.
Yeah,
A lot of people don't like to read all of those words. I do.
yeah, yeah.
So, he takes his time with the story and he makes sure all the characters have something to do. They vibe well off of each other. So
Yeah,
I followed him from Detective Comics to Justice League Dark and to Justice League.
yeah.
So yeah.
Agree very much with all of the above. That yeah, his strength is definitely on team books, and that I actually very much feel that like the with him taking over Batman with 85, it very much feels like a team book. Um, at least in the sharing the spotlight with the cast of characters, whether it's heroes or villains or anywhere in between. Um, my first introduction to him was probably I think it was Batman Eternal. Um, which I read through that entire series. That was very good. Um, I haven't read Talon, although now that I see that he wrote that, I want to go back and read that because I did really enjoy the Court of Owls. Um, and I did also read The Woods, um, his one of his indie projects with Boom. And The Woods was for the most part, it was really good. I do feel, off the top of my head, I don't know how many issues it went. It was somewhere in the 30s, I believe. And unfortunately, it was one of those series that you could really tell that it kind of had a sudden end. Like, it was canceled probably earlier than he intended it to, because it just had kind of a sudden, oh, we're done. And it had a conclusive ending, but it was, um, it just felt wrapped up too soon, too soon. But overall, a good series. Um, I have not read a lot of his detective run. Um, Again, one maybe that I might go back and revisit, um, just because I mean everything he's writing now, I absolutely love. So I think I want to give it a chance. Go back and put that run together. Um, yeah, I think originally the plan on Batman was for him to end on 100. Um, Obviously, seeing the success he's having on that, I think they changed course on that. And I don't know what the plan is. I haven't heard any rumor or anything like that on that, but I'd like to see more of him on Batman, the main series. Um, See what he can do, because it's been lights out. It's been phenomenal. Um, uh, if if there were any, if other than Batman, maybe I would almost like to see him come back to Justice League. Also, I think that'd be a good fit. Um, and is there anything you'd like to see him working on?
Definitely Justice League. Let him have it by himself.
Yeah,
Um, Justice League Dark is in pretty good hands.
yeah,
So, Justice League, I think, I have to check and be sure that he did write an issue of X-Men. I believe it had North Star and Anoli in it. I had to go back and check, but I think he did get his hands on X-Men for one issue. I
okay,
would love to see him in Marvel, and I would love to see him take on X-Men.
yeah. That would be good. Although I don't know if that'll happen, because I mean, if I were running things at DC, uh, and I know they've cleaned out a lot of the excess here recently, but if there are any of their, out of their stable of writers, if there are any that they need to do whatever they can to keep on their roster, it's definitely him. They um, you know, give him whatever he wants to work on, pave the way to make it happen, because he's the type of writer you need to. He's one of those ones you need to keep happy. um,
I think I also like to see him on Teen Titans too.
that'd be good. Yeah, yeah, I would like to see that.
To
Um,
see him write Tim Drake again.
yeah, yeah, for sure, for sure. Um, Here's a Green Lantern, or not. When I say Green Lantern, more plural Green Lanterns. Have a team Green Lantern book under him. That would be fun. Um, And I
I
think
think he'd do pretty well in any team environment
oh, yeah, yeah,
because he writes teams very well.
yeah, yeah, he does. I I think he has also a very unique skill of without giving anything too much political or social, um, giving it a point of view one way or the other. He has a good way of, showcasing and just showing the state of things, how they are today. And I don't know that if that's intentional or just I think it more just speaks to the quality of his writing. And he's fairly young. He's in his early 30s, so it's kind of refreshing to see someone so young with a very you know uh, uh, just that has a great understanding of how to depict things in his the current times in his writing. So, um, well, I
He
think
is the reason why I'm reading Batman. So
yeah.
kudos to him.
All right. Well, I think that about covers what we wanted to cover for James Tynion the fourth. Definitely recommend anything that he's written. It's if you haven't read it, pick it up. If you can count on it being thoroughly entertaining. Um, so check him out. Uh, Wrapping up. Thanks for watching. Give us a like or a thumbs down. Hit the subscribe. Uh, Leave a comment. Are there any writers that you want to hear more about? There's a lot of them out there. Um, Let us know what you want us to cover, who you want us to talk about, and we'll do so. And with that, thanks for tuning in, and we'll catch you later.